Hello everyone, really pleased to welcome you to this webinar organized with Textmaster and Akeneo. I have the pleasure to give you an introduction to today's topic about how to scale your product management. So I'm with Nicolas from Akeneo. Nicolas is going to talk very soon. My name is François and I'm the CEO of Textmaster, and I have the opportunity to give you a quick insight on Textmaster, but briefly, we are a online translation solution dedicated to online retailers and e-commerce players. So maybe Nicolas, can you jump in?
Yeah, thank you, François. So for everybody, thank you for being here today. You are so many, it's great. My name is Nicolas Guillon and I'm a product manager at Akeneo. So let's start, François. So my objective today is to explain how it can be powerful to combine Akeneo PIM with Textmaster. I will first give you a piece of context of what is a PIM and when to consider it. That's why I'm going to tell you the story of Julia. So Julia is at the core of Akeneo as our key persona. And we have designed all our solution around her expectations. We can figure out Julia in almost all companies. Sometimes she can handle different roles. She can be a product manager, she can be a category manager or an e-store manager or whatever. The common line between all organizations is that she is the one in charge of publishing product data on one or several selling channels. And as a consequence, she is responsible for its quality and for its integrity. But before being before being able to publish any product information, she must collect data at a lot of different persons within the company and sometimes outside the company, like suppliers or translation agencies. Each one of them gets just a few parts of the truth, but there is no central touch points to run them all. So Julia spends basically half a day with very time-consuming activity, like calling all stakeholders or maintaining a lot of spreadsheets. It's quite far from the reason why she had been hired at the company, which is basically to make the promotion of our products and actually to sell more products. The slide after show a shift between what companies are really expecting in terms of business and what they are actually effectively capable to do. Companies are basically looking for more sales, it's very simply. So from a product perspective, they can activate several different levers to meet their market requirements and sell more products. So today we are focusing on the localization part, but of course there are a lot of others, like you can expand your product range, you can open new channels, or you can try to increase your time to market. So if we look back at the localization part, today you are surely equipped with the latest e-commerce technology, so it is quite easy to launch a new e-shop on a new country, but usually it's more complex to feed it with very valuable product data. So to support your business strategy, you need to place your product at the core of your organization. It means you need to reorganize all your teams and all your strengths around the product. Today, we consider the product as an asset. So that's why we sometimes make a parallel between CRM and products. It's about the slide just after. Akeneo PIM is a platform that must simplify the way you manage your products. It had been designed for marketers, so it's very easy to use, or it must be, and it helps to centralize and harmonize all your data. You can, for example, connect all your product data sources that can be human or third-party system like your ERP, and you will collect it to run one unique database. Then you can enrich your product with marketing description, with translation, with media, and so on. And once your products are fully completed and approved, then you can automatically spread it to your different touch points. So if you look at the next slide, we do exist in two different versions. François, please. Akeneo exists, so we do have the community edition, which is for free and installed in more than 165 countries. It helps company to run a first level of enriching products. So it helps to be more familiar with how to process your product's data. And then we've got the Enterprise Edition, which is for paid, that is more dedicated to companies that need to go deeply with more collaboration and more productivity. So just for your information, Textmaster is fully compatible with our two versions. The idea of combining Akeneo PIM and Textmaster had been raised by our marketplace 1 year ago. The objective of our marketplace is to enlarge the ecosystem of Akeneo. And to do that, we can embrace two ways. So basically, we can increase the capabilities of the platform itself, and we can increase the compatibility with third-party systems that our clients are already running. So Textmaster is a very, very good example because it's fully integrated inside Akeneo. It means you remain in your product enrichment process, and you can also manage your translation directly. And meanwhile, you can still take benefit from the Textmaster platform by sending requests and receiving translated content. So right now, François is going to give you some inputs about Textmaster and his vision about the market trends. So François.
Thanks, Nicolas. Thank you, Nicolas. So maybe I'll give a few words about this Akeneo part and the reasons for our partnership. Basically, we had the opportunity to meet on several events dedicated to online retailers and merchants, and a lot of our clients and prospects were mentioning the word PIM was kind of a buzzword because they were feeling frustrated about the way they manage their product data. As you said, about a third of people are frustrated about this, and frustrated about how to manage their translations and multilingual content. So we came up with this idea of joining our technologies together and integrating our technology within Akeneo as a plugin. And I have the opportunity to show you about Textmaster briefly. So we're a company we were created about 5-6 years old, 5-6 years ago, and we're dedicated to professional SaaS translation platforms. So basically, we provide the service of a traditional translation agency, but within a online interface and online platform to streamline and make the translation management process easier and scalable. We got fundings along the last years to invest in the technology and to develop a disruptive and innovative product. And also we specialized in the e-commerce and on the digital translation field. So the idea of Textmaster and the mission of Textmaster is to make translation of digital content much easier, easier to increase market penetration and accelerate the go-to-market. So if I use your, if I can use the image of Julia, the idea is to help Julia and make her a job, make her more efficient in her job, and help her accelerate the publication of our product data. Also build international SEO. So it's important when you translate content to have relevant content for SEO, and that's part of the elements that we include in Textmaster. And improve conversion, definitely, because when you have relevant content, you improve conversion. These are the rationales behind our service. And our solution is based on two innovations. Basically, one is the platform. So we have an online interface that you can access on textmaster.com. It's an online SaaS solution where you have your a translation management interface where you can launch your project and assign translation project to pre-qualified translators. And within this platform technology, we integrated several stacks, the ability to integrate with other solutions on the market, so with the API, and we also developed our own translation technology system, so we can make our translator much more productive, and this is what we call also translation memory, is the ability to reuse all the translation that you made for your product catalog and to reduce the cost of translation, because basically the translator will not translate twice a part of your product description. So this is one part of the solution. The other part is definitely the human part, because we are a service provider. We provide the service of translators, independent translators, and our job is to test them, segment them, and make sure they have the right profile with the different level of expertise, and assign the project we receive dynamically to this network of translators. So maybe I'll start with a few words about cross-border, because cross-border is usually the main reason why merchants want to internationalize. They want to take a part of the opportunity of the cross-border sales. A few words about this, mainly focusing in Europe. I know that Akeneo has also a good presence in the US, but Europe is a great market because it's going to be, cross-border sales are about to grow. It's going to double within the next 5 years, and there are big opportunities and major share to take. We see that 80% of the online shoppers have already bought on a foreign site. So European buyers are becoming more and more open to international e-commerce shops. And if we go into details, we see that the main markets are France, UK, and Germany. Germany is maybe the best one to start with, and that's why we see here when we work with French or European merchants. Germany is definitely one of the target markets they want to go into, and also Italy and Spain are some interesting markets because they are less mature. So the clients in Italy and Spain tend to be really open to buying on other websites within the UK, within Germany. So that's definitely a good. There's a good trend behind this cross-border. The trend is that the market is going to, there's going to be less and less barriers to selling internationally. Of course, there are some challenges. The challenges to expansion are multiple. There is the payment and currency challenges. There is the logistics, regulation, and of course consumer habits. You have to localize the offer when you send into a new market. And also what we call internal challenges, which are mainly the difficulties, like the issues that you can experience internally when you start a new market. So you have to find the right person to manage the market. You need to, of course, adapt the content. You need to adapt the SEO strategy, and you need a budget for this. But what's positive is that things are changing quickly. We see a lot of solutions to streamline the logistics. Also, the cost of logistics intra-Europe is going down, so that definitely has a great impact on the sales. There is a standardization of consumer rights thanks to the unique market in Europe. So it's being more and more transparent for online merchants to sell from one market to another. More secure payments and more advanced payment solutions that also include all the specificities of a given market. There are many different payment habits between, for example, between the Netherlands and Germany, and there are some solutions like ADN, HiPay, or Stripe, different solutions on the market that can include all these different payment methods, and of course the localization part, which is definitely the key because it impacts the content of your website. And this is one of the main questions of today: is what is the challenge when you have your product catalog, product data, and you need to adapt it to a new market? Usually we like at Textmaster to give some tips, and this is a typically good example of non-localized title because it's still in French and it's supposed to be in English. But as you can see, it can be a major flaw when you don't localize a part of your website. So one of the major flaws is that only 50% of the buyers actually buy in their native language. So if you think that translating your product catalog in English will be enough to address the whole European or Western European market, it's not enough. It's definitely an immediate impact on the conversion rate. Usually we also recommend to use scalable translation solution. What is scalable? Scalable means that what you're going to try for a few products, for a few items, or if you try it on the marketplace, it's really easy to adapt it. You can do internally. You can go through a small freelance or a small agency, but once you have to include this into a whole process of adapting and maintaining the product catalog in the long run, you have to think in terms of process. You have to think in terms of how does this fit into your product management strategy. So this is definitely a key to think in terms of scalability. And SEO is definitely another good advice, is to think in terms of SEO. Why? Because when you think about the SEO impact of your content is not only a cost, it's an investment. It becomes an asset. It's going to be the main driver of the acquisition of traffic on the new markets, and that's one of the main advice that we give to our merchants, to our clients, or merchants mainly, is to invest in finding the right keywords, finding the right term base when you have to invest in translating your product catalog, because then you can be sure that your product is going to fit the right requests that people use on the search engines on the target market. Also, usually we have some objections about questions or objections, depending on the maturity, about the human versus machine or automatic translation solutions, and it's a very interesting topic, because today machine translation solutions are getting more and more accurate, not as a human, of course, but different solutions have included AI and neural network approach into machine translation, which makes it more accurate, but it can be kind of a dead end to oppose human to automatic. Well, our feeling and our philosophy is that we need to bridge the gap between the human and the machine translation and join it together. And that's the approach that we have at Textmaster, is to make human translators, so have advanced human translator, pre-qualified, use the best solutions and the best technologies on the market to get assistance from the technology, so you can reduce the cost thanks to improving the productivity and reducing the time they're going to spend on a specific translation, because it's it's not pre-translated. It's helped by the machine, the technology behind, and this is the main one of the main technologies that we use, the real-time translation memory, the ability to reuse part of the product data that you already have adapted, and also the workflow automation, so which is the basically the ability to connect to your system the different systems that you use for localizing your content. So in the end, we have this workflow that we usually recommend, which is in 6 steps. The first 3 steps is basically preparing the project. So when you feel you need to accelerate and you want to translate all of your product catalog, make sure you have someone dedicated to it. You can basically be in charge of the PIM, be in charge of all the tools that you use for that, be in charge of the budget also. Define localization instructions, so that's the brand identity of your content, that's the SEO requirements, that's every marketing and content requirements you may have, and the glossary of keywords. As we said, it's a good way to optimize for SEO. And the 3 last steps below is more the part that we take care of. Is first, we make sure that we find the right pool of translators. So we have a network with a lot of data, so we can find the perfectly fitting translator for your project. And then we do the analysis, so we can give a price depending on this repetition in number of words, the translation memory that we use for the analysis. Make sure that we can optimize the cost as much as possible, since most of our clients have a lot of content to translate. Like when we talk about several thousands of products, the cost could be high. So we need to, any improvement, any share or percentage of reduction has a direct impact on the cost. I'll show it to you after on the demo, and lastly the automatic workflow. So I'll show you a demo of what we did with Akeneo, but basically the idea behind Akeneo and Textmaster is to we plugged our service, our platform solution, our translation solution. We plugged it to Akeneo solution in order to make it possible for you to send your content, translate your content in a few clicks directly from Akeneo. So you can go into Akeneo, which is here, an example. So this is my product catalog in Akeneo, and I can select the products that I have that I want to translate. I can use some filter for this. For example, I want only the products that are enabled, and once I have made this selection, there is this new feature here in Akeneo, which is Translate Product with Textmaster, where I can basically send the content of the product directly to Textmaster. So I'm going to launch a test project. I can give a briefing to translator, okay? So I can explain exactly what I want and reuse a briefing, default briefing I want. And I can also translate into multiple languages. So if I want to translate from French to English and German, then I will be able to do it. Category, the category is also a good way to exactly assign the project to the right profile of a translator. So here, if I have a luxury fashion content, then I want translators that have a specific fit into this category, into this sector. Then I can confirm, and it's done. I mean, now my content from Akeneo, I did 3 clicks, is automatically pushed to my Textmaster account. And as you can see here, it's my Textmaster account. It will appear here. So it's this project. So this is the Textmaster interface that you can connect to very easily. You just need to sign up on textmaster.com. And have connected my account to the Akeneo, account. And then I can see here my products that are already analyzed with this translation memory feature. Which means that the system, our system, took all the content all together and analyzed which segments were already were similar to each other, and based on this, we only charge the segments that fit to a specific that are new and don't match with already translated segments. I can assign my projects to a specific translator if I want, and then I can push and make an order. This part, manual part, when I can edit my project, is not mandatory, since in Akeneo I can also configure my plugin and configure this auto-launch system, which makes it possible to automatically create the project and assign dynamically the project to the translator. So I don't have to come to Textmaster to finalize the order. And in the end, once the translation is assigned to the translator and made by the translator, then it will automatically enrich the product descriptions that I sent for translation, and it will appear here in the different versions of Akeneo in the different languages. So here you have a good example of API connectors that exist for translating product data. And of course it's a kind of a basic demo, because we don't have so much time to go into details and to give more information about that. If you the main idea behind this connection is that you're going to save time in managing your project data, so you don't have to use to export Excel files and to send them to someone. Everything can be automatic now, and also you can directly connect to one of the best translation memory systems on the market and get an instant benefit on the cost of your translation, because we will calculate less words than other systems that don't use this technology, and the translator will eventually save time. So I'll be happy to answer any question. Maybe Nicolas, you can jump in if you have anything else to say, or if there is any questions from the audience.
Thank you, Francois. I remain online also to answer question, of course.
Okay. So we have one question. How are Joomla notify when new translation are imported from Textmaster? So the notification system relies mainly on our system in Textmaster. So as you can see here, I can give an example of an existing project. But when a project is completed in Textmaster, you can get this the notification, and you can check it. And the update in Akeneo is automatic, so you can automatically in Akeneo see that the content is updated into the new language. At the moment, there's no notification within Akeneo. Notification appears in Textmaster.
Francois, we don't have a notification. However, there is the completeness concept that helps you to understand if your product is complete or not, and we can set up the completeness to understand as well if for example, a description in Italian or German German is completed.
Okay, so you can use this, what you say, you can use this criteria complete and set it up to make sure that when you receive the data, then the criteria is updated. That's what you said, right? Nicolas?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Great. A question from Geoffrey: How Textmaster send data to Akeneo? I cannot show like instantly data updated because I just created the project and it's not assigned to the translator. So unfortunately, that will take a little time to assign it to a translator, receive it, and update it to Akeneo. But basically, once the project is once the document is translated, the API will automatically send the content to Akeneo. So it will automatically fill the source product description in Akeneo. If you want, I will, Geoffrey, I can show you that separately. If you want, we can spend some time and I can make you a longer demo. A question from Alex: Is this extension available for all editions? Yes, it's available for all editions, and I think it's really easy to install. You can just go on the marketplace and set it up for your edition of Akeneo, and it's a very simple and light integration, as you can see. Any other questions?
No, I think it's over on our side.
Okay. So thank you very much for everybody who listened to this presentation, and for those who still have some questions, I'll be happy to answer and maybe give a longer demo about how our system works. So I don't know if there is a way to share the information about the participants, but maybe I can show you my email in the channel. So feel free to contact me directly, François, textmaster.com. If you want more information or a demo of the plugin, or if you want some information about our services on Textmaster. Okay, so thank you very much, and have a good evening, everyone.
Have a good evening. Thank you.